we have a new wiring product for the Sloppy Shopify store. Since I make the Holley specific alternator, flex, and combination harness, I had an idea for something else that's easy and something I've always wanted to do. And I can wire this stuff, but I hate doing it, so I know everybody else does. They hate wiring it too. And I told some people about it quick. I'm gonna fall. Oh, hey. My buddy Arnie, who I'm building the LTD for, reset the record again. Just throw that out there. Fastest man alive again. So I have a new product and I'm pretty excited because it makes it easy to do something a lot of people dread but want to do. So this is like we'll call it like the add a sensor harness, and then we're going to call this the TPS style because I plan to make other kinds. And what's neat about it is, so say you have your Terminator.
I'm going to zoom in.
And you want to install a pressure sensor for like coolant or back pressure, right? And we're going to show you how to put this on. We're going to use Arnie's car as an example. So you can take the oil pressure or the TPS or the fuel pressure or any one of the 3 plug. This is very, very common. And you can plug this in line, and then what it does is your fuel pressure sensor still works. But what you have now is, check out that raccoon on there. So now you have an extra sensor plug, and you can plug this into coolant pressure or back pressure or whatever. And then this is the wire that goes back to an input to the ECU. So it makes it extremely easy to add a sensor. You could literally be like, dink, and then plug, and then you're done. And then this guy right here, let's get a measurement quick. Tell people.
Yeah, we got to make sure after your nice emails.
Some people recently are very, very upset about the length of the harness being a total lie.
No, actually, it's only one person that was upset.
Misconception. It's 50 inches. It's over 50. So we're going to call it at 50, which is, if you go around an engine bay, this is the entire engine bay. And then what's nice about this is, if you go to the fuel pressure sensor, it's over on the driver's side. If you go to the TPS, it's over in the front and the center. If you go to oil pressure, it's in the back of the motor. So this should be able to get you pretty much wherever you need to go. And one of the really neat things is, if you think about this will work with Holley or Megasquirt or Haltech or even a stock computer. If you have a completely stock ECU and you have HP tuners, if you didn't know, you can plug this in line to like the TPS, you can plug this into fuel pressure, and then you can put this into, if you're not using it, EGR or AC or one of the 0 to 5 volt inputs on the stock computer, and you can get fuel pressure that way too. So what's nice is it's not application specific. What isn't nice is it's slightly expensive because of this TPS style plug, but this also makes it the easiest. Because if you make it another plug, you limit what you can plug it into. So the other neat thing is I made a double. And I was going to make like a giant sensor squid harness, but I figured that would be excessive. I figure you're not going to add more than 2 at once. If you're going to add more than 2, you're going to buy a double and a single, or you're going to buy 2 doubles. But it's considering most people are going to use their other inputs for something else. So this only steals 1 input, same thing, oil, flex, TPS, or not flex, oil, TP, like any of the 3-prong style, same as that. And then it has 2 leads that are approximately 50 inches. And then what's neat is this says yellow, so it comes back on the yellow wire, and this one says white, so it comes back on the white wire. And then we should tell people, I believe these are about 6 feet. The one that comes back, oh yeah, it's a little bit more than 6 feet. So plenty of room to go back and clip that down if you want to. So there's a single and there's a double. And the single is going to be $60 and the double is going to be $80. And I don't know of any other way to add sensors in probably 30 seconds to nearly any manufacturer harness. I want to make another one with different connectors. So hopefully that comes out too, as long as the price isn't crazy. Obviously, if it's too expensive, I don't think people will buy it. So I might make a few and try, and if people want it anyway, that's one thing, but I feel like these are going to be the most usable and popular. So we'll show real quick how to use it then.
Yes, sir.
Let's cut to the car. Okay, so we got Terminator on Arnie's LTD here, and this is the fuel pressure plug. So literally all you do is, if it had a fuel pressure sensor, I don't have one right now, I plan to, you plug this guy in, and then you plug this guy into your fuel pressure sensor. Say it's coming in here, so we'll imagine, so hey, I got my fuel pressure now. So now I can go to here and do coolant pressure, or I can go over here and do exhaust back pressure, or I can do a intake sensor, or I can do whatever I want. I mean, you can, here, see how far you can connect away? Plenty of room to get in an engine bay. And then if you're using like the TPS style connector up in the front, or the oil pressure in the back, you can see how that is plenty of distance to get a sensor. And then you would take the 6-footer, which is also excessive, but it's, at this point, the wire, isn't that much. And here's the input harness, and you would go input, and then you're done. You would crimp that and then set up a 0 to 100 or whatever, and then you got a sensor. It's that simple. And if you wanted to, you'd plug in the double, and that's about it.